Hey everyone, welcome to my Vancouver vlog. Finally, I'm here and just look at how beautiful it is. We arrived in the afternoon around 4 p.m., so the first day was just about settling in. We checked into our Airbnb, dropped off our bags, and headed out for a relaxing city walk. We even found some great food to start the trip off right. We jumped right into exploring, starting with a peaceful little dock on the shore, just in time for sunset. The views were already breathtaking. The next day, our plans were packed. We rented electric bikes, not just regular ones. These give you a little boost as you pedal, which really helped since we're not regular cyclists. Honestly, I would have been exhausted without it. We rented from the Bee's Knees, super friendly staff, fair pricing, convenient location, and even stylish helmets in every size. I would definitely recommend them. In just 5 hours, we biked around downtown, circled Stanley Park, cruised the seawall, explored Kitsilano, crossed the bridge by the market, and made our way back. You can trace it all on a map. It's amazing how much ground we covered. If you're visiting Vancouver for the first time, I absolutely recommend biking. You see so much more in so little time. What really helps is that Vancouver has an incredible network of bike lanes throughout the city. Trust me, they're safe, well marked, and make it super easy and convenient to get to any destination by bike, whether you're heading downtown, beach, or into parks. It makes biking not just fun, but also stress-free. After returning the bikes, we wandered around downtown with no specific plan. Just followed our eyes and feet, you know? What I love most is that from almost everywhere in the city, you can catch the glimpse of the mountains. It's so beautiful, views from every direction. After all the walking, we were starving. A friend had recommended a Brazilian spot, and we ordered exactly what they suggested. No regrets. We had beef stroganoff, grilled meat, cheese, and rice. Perfect after a long ride. Later, we visited Gastown, one of the Vancouver's top tourist spots. Yes, the steam clock is iconic, but I actually preferred their architecture and calm atmosphere there. It's vibrant, green, full of cafes and terraces, and just really enjoyable to walk around. For dinner, we went to my favorite place. Barbecue chicken, yes. Try. Great? How is it?
Good stuff.
So it's kind of shrimp between the bread, I guess. Yeah. What is the topping? Like, what is the seasoning?
Chili.
Chili seasoning. Okay. Well, it looks really good. I first tried it in Toronto and have loved it ever since. Their cheese flavored chicken is my go-to. I think actually it's called chiseling or something like that. They also offer new appetizers regularly, so there's always something new to try. We ended the night with some amazing views on our way back to the Airbnb. A perfect end to a perfect day. The next morning was our Whistler day, but of course it was pouring rain. So we adjusted the plan. Instead of making stops along the way, we drove straight to Whistler and decided to make our scenic stops on the way back once the rain cleared. Side note, the wipers in our rental car were so weird, I couldn't stop laughing at them. Even stopping in a random shopping plaza, the views were stunning. I can't imagine waking up to mountains like that every day. Just wow. Okay, I felt so much of the drive because the landscape wasn't real. I'm only showing you the highlights, but honestly, every second was beautiful. Our first stop, Rainbow Park. The rain had just stopped and the atmosphere was calm and peaceful. There's a cute beach, open space for picnics, and beautiful lake and mountain views. It was the perfect place to relax. Just a short walk from there was Rainbow Falls, which ended up being our favorite spot of the whole trip, at least mine. The trail was short but scenic, not too hard, just the right amount of adventure, and we had the place to ourselves, which made it even more special. the hike, we found a Japanese restaurant in Whistler and had an incredible meal. I had a bento box with gyoza, tofu, and meat. Everything was so flavorful. The place was busy too, so clearly it's a local favorite. Then we went to the train rack trail. There's a suspension bridge and some old graffiti covered train cars hidden in the forest. Super cool spot though, and the trail is easy enough for anyone. I can see the train. Oh my god, I hope you guys can hear the water because it's just beautiful. Whoa. I was looking right into the waters. No more over here. I hope I don't fall in this mud. You entering? Next up, Brandywine Falls. It's gorgeous, but a short stop. Just a quick walk to the observation deck. Not much else unless you plan to take other trails, so we didn't stay long. We're going right there. We also stopped at Shannon Falls, another beautiful waterfall that's super easy to access, no hike required, and there are picnic tables around. Definitely a great quick stop. We might be a little obsessed with waterfalls now. Drove back along the Sea to Sky Highway, and this time we got to actually see it. Mountains on one side, ocean on the other. It's breathtaking. I'd drive that route again just for the views. Back in Vancouver, we made one last evening stop at the Capilano Suspension Bridge Park. We only had about 90 minutes before closing, but that was enough time to see it all. It wasn't too crowded either, since we went on a weekday evening. If you want a more relaxed experience, that's the time to go. Treetop walk was lovely, but what really impressed me was the cliff walk. It's unique, high above the forest, and gives you unreal views of the suspension bridge. 10 out of 10. Do not miss it. Ended the day with a giant pizza, so good, and call it a night. On our last full day, we took a water taxi over to Granville Island Market. It was cute, but honestly, 2 minutes for $4 felt a little overpriced. The market was really nice though, big, colorful, and lively without being too crowded. But again, it was a work day, so maybe it is crowded on the weekend. We had breakfast on a patio with a sea view and live music playing nearby. It was such a perfect vibe. Is it good? What's inside?
Cheese, avocados, omelette.
Sounds good. Yeah, let's give it a try.
When you kiss me heavens in the light of my eyes, I see that now. When you press me to your lips, I know nothing. How was it blue?
We wandered a bit around Kitsilano and enjoyed the beach views. The weather had been amazing the whole trip, just a few hours of rain over 4 days. I feel like we got so lucky. Later the day, we had a stand-up comedy show planned, but before that, we were starving, so we grabbed a shawarma somewhere in downtown. It was quick, super tasty, and affordable. Just what we needed.
Have some ice with tzatziki, please. Love it. Thank you. Give me right there. Are you paying together? Together. Only when you're broke.
And of course, we had to end the night at my favorite city viewpoint. We usually grab an Uber from there back to our Airbnb. It's just the best way to wrap up a Vancouver day. On our final morning before flying out, we visited Queen Elizabeth Park. The neighborhood leading up to it was stunning, so green and peaceful. It's a little bit creepy, but really cool. I imagine people living there never feel the need to leave. The park itself is beautifully maintained and almost feels like a botanical garden. There's even a hidden lookout point with panoramic views of the city and mountains. It's underrated and absolutely worth the visit. Before heading to the airport, we grabbed one last meal, delicious ramen. As always, recommend this place. It was really great. And some iced coffee too. The perfect finish to a perfect trip. I am so grateful for this experience and I already can't wait to come back. Vancouver has so much to offer. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this adventure. Don't forget to like the video, hit subscribe, and leave a comment if you've been to Vancouver or have any questions or have any other recommendations, because obviously we didn't see all of it and it would be great to have some plan for our next trip. And see you there. See you on the next trip.